Emmerdale spoilers, Graham Foster's tragic past revealed. The Emmerdale cast member has been only known as Joe Tate's, Ned Porteous, loyal driver and only friend. But in tonight's double bill, Graham gave a glimpse of his painful past. Graham, who had been sent to Wales earlier in the week, saved Joe from being bludgeoned to death by Cain Dingle, Jeff Hordley, who had snuck into his home armed with a hammer. Graham knocked Cain to the ground before making him leave, while Joe cowered in pain. "You think you've got everything but you've got nothing. Nobody loves you and nobody cares about you." Graham Foster. Graham later questioned how Joe had got himself into a mess again, but ultimately sided with Cain, who was fuming that Joe blackmailed his daughter. "If you had tried to blackmail my daughter, I would have done worse than Cain," he chillingly spat. "Well, it's a shame your daughter isn't around to see you be so protective," Joe replied. Graham flipped, smacking Joe to the ground and warning him to never speak of his daughter again or use his past against him. Graham then offered Joe a handy piece of advice: "Everything I have lost is my own fault and I pay for it every day. This isn't the life I chose, it's the life I deserve. If you continue on this road you will end up the same. You think you've got everything but you've got nothing. Nobody loves you and nobody cares about you." Joe surprisingly took his advice and instead of scheming went over to Debbie Dingle's, Charlie Webb, house to proclaim his love for her. But it wasn't quite as romantic as he had hoped. Debbie slammed the door in his face and told him to leave. Emmerdale returns tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on ITV.